So I'm going to start by saying that I actually love Cyberpunk 2077. It's a beautiful game, and patch 1.06 definitely made it look a whole lot better on the PS5, and it was stable enough to get through to the end and without too many major problems, I found. So did patch 1.1 actually make any difference? This wasn't a good start, and the NPCs in this game certainly make a mockery of the term artificial intelligence, and I was really hoping that this patch was going to sort some of these elements out. So, I noticed that version 1.10 is the title of the update on the PS5, so I thought I'd check out the official line on what this was going to be all about, and it turns out it's mostly just fixing stability issues. It says there though, with AI and street traffic. More specifically for the PlayStation, it had a performance optimization of crowds on PS4 Pro and PS5 and various crash fixes on the PS4. So did it make any difference to the crowds? Well, normally if you come across guys like these, you'd have the text above them while they were flinging their arms around, but their lips weren't moving. So this guy was actually speaking, it seemed. So I was thinking positively, they've actually fixed the NPCs. But then I went back to this guy and found that he still is just gesticulating wildly without actually saying a bloody thing, which is a real shame. It's a bit hit or miss, it seems, whether or not you're going to come across NPCs that actually have lip sync into anything that they're saying. Now, again, the crowds, how do they react to you? Now these ones here are only standing still because they were waiting for the road to allow them across. And if I try to get in the way of them, they don't really react to me other than just literally bump into me. Except these ones are, obediently waiting every time the stop sign comes. So they are sort of doing what they're supposed to do. But then I noticed the traffic. Now I thought that they were sorting the AI and the traffic out. But then look at these guys. They've literally driven head on to each other. They're just parked in the middle of the road, and they're not doing anything about it. Every time I approach them, they just look at me as if to say, "What are you looking at?" And I think these guys would literally be here all bloody day if it wasn't for the fact that I was like, yeah, I'm just going to jump in, take this car and move it for them. I will be the AI for the game just to sort out this massive traffic jam that this dumb AI has basically caused. Now I know that they did say that it was mostly fixing stability issues and game crashes and, but I thought that if they were going to sort out the memory that maybe the AI might actually start working a bit better. But it appears that that's not the case. It appears that the AI is still just as dumb. I mean, look here. I literally, they stop for each other, but will literally mow you down if you jump in front of them. And even carried on driving whilst I was stood on her bonnet and walking all over the top of her car. It's quite fun. It made me laugh, but it shouldn't be happening. So back to the NPCs and whether their lips move when they talk. Well, here's a few where they didn't.
I won't buy anything from you. Why's everyone got it out for me?
Okay, what do you want?
Life's good, eh?
And just to prove how random it is, his lips don't move and his ones do.
Hey,
The fuck you smiling at?
Aren't you cold? I can warm you
Are you lost?
But as you saw there are some whose lips do move when they talk, and it adds to the realism, and I wish they all did it. They bloody well should. However, they still don't react to your pulling a weapon out unless you actually aim down the sights for some reason. Now, that one just skulks off. This one's not carried on the floor like they used to. She's just kind of adopted some kind of kung fu pose in front of me. So yes, things have changed, but the characters are still buggy. Like this woman who just produces some fries out from behind her back, gets one stuck to the back of her hand and pokes herself in the eye with it. And then you've got this chap who's chain-smoking cigarettes whilst leaving his old ones just floating around in the air in front of his face. It proper made me laugh when I found this woman merged with a concrete bench, especially when she asked me if we've got a problem. But watch this one. This one was great fun. Now, where did she go? It's like someone yanked her up in the air with a piece of rope. And stupidly, I did that in front of the police. But, it gave me a chance to see how they reacted. And amazingly, a double murder only got me 2 stars in the wanted area. But yes, you can see I didn't last very long, so I thought I'd try it with different odds and see whether they just spawned out of nowhere this time. I've just committed murder and I'm looking around, I can't see any police, and ooh, there you go, boom, one's literally just appeared in the square. Didn't even drive up in a car or anything. So, they do still seem to spawn out of thin air. And, as you will find out, you can still get away quite easily. Now, on this occasion, I just jumped in my Porsche 911 and sped off for a couple of blocks. And, then they basically just gave up. So yes, I am being a little bit unfair, I know, because the patch said that it was only to fix all the stability issues, which there are numerous ones, and the list was long, and game crashes, etc. However, the memory usage improvements for the AI, street traffic, and environmental damage systems, I thought might actually make it work a little better. But look, I'm hitting the glass here with a katana, and it's not even cracking. And if I try and smash this machine up, nothing again apart from a few sparks on the screen and some kind of slash marks. But watch this. This is a cardboard box. And again, no more damage than I just did to the machine. Or a car. It won't smash the window. It barely scratches the paintwork. And I'm getting a little bit annoyed by this stage. And I'm thinking, what happened to the environmental damage system? I mean, this is pretty rubbish. So I switched it up a bit, tried my double barrel shotgun, and the improvement was slight. I got some bullet holes, knocked the bonnet off, and kind of created a fire, except where are these flames coming from? Like, that is so PS2. Until it explodes and kills me, of course. But I asked for that. But then I found a much more serious issue. When I respawned, I discovered that I couldn't actually use my right analog stick. It did nothing. I accidentally sidestepped into the road, got mowed down by a car yet again, and I just could not turn around at all, only with the left analog stick, which obviously you can't play the game like that. It turned out that if I loaded a previous save, that actually fixed the issue, fortunately. But again, shouldn't be happening. But, as I've said before, this game is very beautiful. I very much enjoyed the story. If you just stuck linear to the story and didn't really deviate from it, it was really, really enjoyable, and the interactions with the main characters were fantastic. But aside from that, with the side missions, etc., the NPCs and the environmental interactions are pretty much non-existent, and it's a real shame. And I hope that patch 1.2 actually addresses these things. So I hope you liked the video. It was fun to make, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.